Hey everyone, and welcome to the 30K Q&A video thing. So I just want to say thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. This has been like a very long journey to get to where I am right now, and I'm sure as time goes on, we'll reach even further. But yeah, thank you once again. Thank you guys just so much for everything. This was always a dream for me growing up, as I always watched a ton of other YouTubers and always been inspired to do my own thing. So let's just jump into the questions, I guess. The first question by Mr. Random 9813 asks, "What do I do in my free time?" In my free time, I mainly animate. Whenever I'm not making the next video, I'm probably just playing games. If anybody's wondering, I like to play War Thunder, RimWorld, and obviously Roblox. The next question by once again Mr. Random 9813 asks, "What inspires me to make videos?" Well, growing up, I always watched, I don't know if anybody here knows, but Beery Ghost Games. And seeing his videos, it also inspired me to maybe kind of like record my own videos of Roblox gameplay and stuff. Me and my sister did use long time ago try to make videos, but dude, it was so garbage, bro. It was so bad, bro. All right, question number 3 from 09 Cashier Roblox, who asks for collaborations if I plan on doing any in the future. As of now, no. I really don't trust myself in terms of being able to finish things on time. Most of my animations just come out of random bursts of motivation. I do add in maybe some Roblox avatars as background characters in some of my animations, but other than that, that's as far as collaborations go. Question 4 from Mouse Summoner asks, "What do I use for animating?" Well, I go on Roblox Studio, and I'm pretty sure everybody here should know Moon Animator 2. It does cost $30 now, unfortunately, but back in I'd say maybe 2019, I got it for when it was still free. Mouse Summoner also asks, "How long did it take to get to now?" Well, if you look at my channel, it started back up in 2024, pretty much right after New Year's. And so, give or take a year and a half now. If you include when I first started posting on the app Metal, that's I think 2023 maybe. So at most 2 years, maybe 3 is how long it took to get to now. So yeah. Question number 6 from Blaze the Air L _ driver asks about my journey to the 30,000 subscribers. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even feel like I'm here yet, man. It all happened, it feels like it happened way too fast, and still I'm just in shock of how much support you guys have for every single one of my videos. Once again, from the same person, Blaze asks, what is my inspirations to animation? I'm pretty sure you guys could go check out my other video, the About Me or whatever it was called, or Meet the Animator, and I think you guys can see there. I know the controversies, but I just model my animations based off of them. That's where I mainly learned how to animate. I never actually learned any animation or took any animation classes myself. I just kind of, copied my way to learn. So Blaze also asks if I have any plans to post videos regarding my other side hobbies or maybe career-related stuff. As of now, probably not. Although maybe during Halloween, when it comes to costume designing, I might make a video on that. Last year I did plan on making one, but I just never got around to it. So maybe I'll post that this year. See guys, this is what happens to me, make plans 1 year ago and it's still not done. Blue Productions 5425 also asks if I'm planning on changing my animation styles in the future, and also asking what it will be. And as of now, I still really don't know how to fully animate properly, so I'm still just, kind of figuring out my own style, trying to get used to maybe one and just kind of build off there. But sometimes the animation style will change depending on what video it is. Another question asks about how long does it take for me to make an animation. It really depends on how much I plan to include that involves hardcore animation, extremely good quality movement, this and that. But on average, I usually tend to squeeze all my animation making into 1 day for each video. And it's usually on a school day, so it ends up being probably within, give or take, 4 to 5 hours, if you include editing as well. Below Edits asks, what are my top 3 favorite games on Roblox? So I don't have a strict list, but My top 3 favorite games probably has to be Armored Patrol, Playing Crazy, and Noobs in Combat. If you guys haven't checked that out, you guys should. They're pretty fun games. But yeah, I mainly like games involving some combat and maybe some bit of like creation. Blow Edits also asks, what are my top 3 YouTubers? I have to give the top 3 spot to probably PM Damien because he's one of the main inspirations that as of now I look up to learn how to animate. One of his videos was inspired by my own, so for the number 2 spot, I'd have to give it to Flamingo, honestly. Like I also watch him. I watch him a lot, and I also do own some of his merch. And the number 1 spot for me has to go up to Beer Ghost Games once again. He was my childhood, and I always grew up watching his videos. And I feel like if I had not watched his videos, then I wouldn't even be doing Roblox stuff, or maybe not even doing animating in general. And also, Blow Edits asks if I support Schlep, and I think you guys already know where I stand on that issue. Lizlo asks, what's my favorite animation that I made so far? And it either has to be the Block Tales video, because I did use that kind of to learn more about stop motion type videos or type animation styles. Also, I learned that more within the concept videos that I also made. Within the Haha You Flinch video, I also learned more how to use the camera angle to an advantage to make things look, more cooler or menacing. And mostly around the 2 That Feeling videos that I posted quite a bit ago. I also enjoyed those 2 because I also learned way more about effects and lighting and how to make it way better. And from there on, you can see how most of the lighting in my videos improved. And one more video that I also like to mention is one of the most recent ones, the That One Duck Edit video, where I learned more about or control the camera way better. Thermoflayer asks if I plan to make any long form videos, and here I'll combine the question by QSSBRD, whatever, one of my longtime supporters, who also asks if I plan to do gameplay videos. My issue with full screen videos is that I'm not really all that good at keeping people engaged. All I'm really good at is making maybe short, funny videos, and that's kind of it. I have tried in the past to make gameplay videos of Armored Patrol or something, but I just never found it that entertaining, because most of the time, honestly, I can't even talk when I'm playing. That whole video, it'll probably just be straight up gameplay and no words spoken throughout the entire thing, and it'll be extremely boring. So for now, full screen videos, long form videos, gameplay videos, it's not on the idea list as of now. So Minecraftix also asks if I'm planning on making a video series. As of now, no, but just know that in the past I have thought of ideas and did some brainstorming possibly about what video series ideas I could make. And I did have some in mind based off of other YouTubers that I've been inspired from. If you guys know Desand, I was planning on doing something like that, where it's kind of like jokes and then the lore kind of develops over time. I'm not a good story writer, so for now, it's off the agenda. Inda Hoodie asks, what was the inspiration behind my avatar? There isn't really a strict inspiration. It more of just I evolved my avatar over time just by adding some stuff onto it, and I've kept it over the years. But if you really want to get specific, I used to play this game called Lethal Aspiration, which was a recreation of the original Mad Murderer. The game's actually pretty dead now, unfortunately. And it had characters in it, one of which was just a basic noob. And after the game died, I kind of just stuck with that noob avatar. I just kept adding hats onto it and maybe some accessories over time, and then that's how it got me to where I am right now. Secondary Character 4 asks, why do I only animate? What about maybe building, scripting, or just playing games? The thing is that aside from animating, I don't really have much skill in anything else. I don't really know how to script at all. And as I've mentioned before, my gameplay videos would be extremely boring and silent. In terms of building, I do build, if you could even call it building, in Playing Crazy. I make mainly, military vehicles. I probably spent maybe hundreds of hours in that game now at this point. So I also did plan on making maybe some video showcases of my Playing Crazy builds in the past, but once again, also, I just never found that to be entertaining. So unfortunately, I haven't done it. So Kaylin K asks about how do I manage with motivation. Motivation, honestly, for me, it just comes and goes. It comes out of random. Sometimes I animate even if I don't feel like it. I just throw myself out there, and then at the end of the day, when I'm finished with the animation, I'm at least proud of, I actually got something done. So interesting stuff. 8257 asks, how long did it take before my channel like kind of popped off? Looking at my old uploads, my channel only really started popping off when I started to dedicate my channel towards making animations, which was like during the POV Grandma Calls You Handsome video. That's when I started to pop off. I got 9,000 views, roughly 10,000. And from there, I just kept animating. And then quickly enough, I already hit 100 subscribers. From there, it was just more animating and then a couple gameplay videos along the way of Rainbow Six Siege. And then I was starting to hit the 10,000s, and, I kept going on from there. Interesting Stuff also asks, what's my favorite War Thunder vehicle? It has to be the M901. I've gotten an absurdly abnormal amount of kills on that vehicle. So Malboy2012 asks, what's the meaning behind Tycoon, and like kind of like the whole username? So the name Tycoon originally stems from my Roblox account's name, Tycoon Ruler 153. And the reason I have that username is because when I first started Roblox, I was mainly invested into tycoons. So I called myself the Tycoon Ruler, and I would constantly play tycoons every day. And the last question I have here on my list is from Cosmetic Gamer 369, asking if I ever plan to make a face reveal. Maybe in the future. Just maybe. Let's give it like maybe until 250,000 subscribers. Just maybe. But yeah, no promises yet, bro. So that'll have to do it for now. Thank you guys so much once again for 30,000 subscribers. This has been quite a long journey. And you guys had some pretty good questions too, actually. I wasn't expecting this to be pretty interesting. I also want to mention about the animation tutorials I kind of promised quite a long time ago. Don't worry, I'll do it eventually, but just stay updated. I'll probably drop a post stating whether or not I'm going to be releasing it soon. So yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Thank you guys again, and see you guys probably in the next short.